Hi everyone, this is Teacher Yoong from Yoong Academy, and today we want to talk about um, note taking, because I have been a student before, all right? And of course, I'm sure students definitely ask, why do we need to take notes? Like, why not we just print out the notes or like just photostat my friend's notes? Like, my friend has a very good note, I'll just photostat it. So today we'll talk about why it is important for students to take their own notes. Okay, so today I'm going to share specifically for chemistry, like in terms of chemistry. So let me show some examples. Okay, so this is like one of the examples, okay, one of the super important things that students need to copy. And by the way, if students are very good, you can also find all these resources online, but it's just you need to know exactly what to type to get these resources. So this one, for example, is like the indicator for acid and alkali, which gets asked a lot in exam, right? Like when it is acidic, what color will it turn into? When it's alkaline, what color will it turn into? This is like it's not difficult, but students need to memorize this. However, if like let's say for example, a student just takes this photo from the internet and they just print it out, like how are they going to compile everything? Okay, so let me just show a few more examples. A second example is this one here, right? Which is the electropositivity and electronegativity series, or what we call the electrochemical series. So this one shows who is more or less electropositive slash electronegative, which is very important for electrolysis. Like students need to know who is higher up and who is lower. But today we are not going into that. We are just showing. And also students need to have a way to memorize it. Let's move on. Let's look at some more examples. Okay, this one here, the solubility of a salt. Also super important because students need to, on the spot, be able to tell who is soluble and who is insoluble within the chemistry, like the salt context. So again, students need to have a very clear way of memorizing this. Okay, and another example is this one here, which is the polyatomic ion table. Technically speaking, here is the polyatomic ion table, but everything else here is also important because the student needs to memorize all the different charges. And this table here has all the different charges that is not provided in the periodic table. So like, for example, if students go into the exams will give the periodic table, but they will not give the charge of, for example, hydroxide ion, which is OH minus, and other things. So like students need to have, like, I hope you are seeing the pattern here, but there's a lot of things to memorize in chemistry. Don't get me wrong, okay? The better way that I prefer students do it is they understand it, but definitely there will be some memorizing. But all these notes from the students has to be compiled into one place, because for a normal student, all right, we will definitely forget. Even me, I will sometimes forget some of the things here. So like everything needs to be put into one place so that we can find it anytime we need it. So the ideal setup that we teach here at Yoong Academy is every time the student does a pass here, the pass here is on the right side. Their notes, which has all the important things that needs to be memorized, needs to be on the left side. Yes, I know a lot of students already do this, but like, okay, this is another example. After the student copy the solubility of salt. So like, this is the one that the students copy. This is the one from the internet. Of course, some students might feel this table is easier for them to memorize, but for some other students, this might be easier. And another good thing when students copy the notes is they can add in any small little details, or like they can highlight anything. Whereas if they just have it as a photo on their phone, let's let's be honest here. I'm pretty sure a lot of students hardly open the images that they like to take photo, like the teachers write on the board and then they just take a photo. I'm pretty sure most students will not really open the photo after that. Yes, some students, but yeah, and this is another good example. Like we also need to memorize like the different colors of different metal ions. So like I hope the pattern is clear, right? But basically the point is we need to memorize a lot of things. So if the students have all of it compiled into one place, and on top of that, they add on the side how the exam normally likes to ask their questions and prepare the exam style answer, it will help a lot. Anyway, that's how we study in Yoong Academy. So if you have any other interesting ways of studying, do feel free to share with us. Of course, this is not the only way to study chemistry. I'm sure there are many other ways, but at least that's how we simplify things here at Yoong Academy. So if you watch the video up to here, do help to like the video and share the video with your friends. And let's discuss together what other study methods do you all use. That's all for today. Thank you. See you again soon.